Hello, everybody. Good morning. Rose Thorn here. So today I am reacting to part of Foodie Beauty's live called Eating a Big Breakfast. I am also commenting on her newest community post where she addresses the letter. And I'm also going to read the comments beneath the live stream, Eating a Big Breakfast. So Foodie did this live stream this morning. She did it while I was asleep. I woke up to it, checked it out. In a nutshell, she's been partying with Natter all night and she just got home. She says in the live stream that at the time she did the live stream, it's 6 o'clock in the morning. Since when is Foodie up that early? Unless, of course, she's been partying all night and she just got home. So let me just go ahead and just share the screen so you guys can see what we're working with today. And there she is. So you can just tell by the way she's dressed and the fact that her eyes are blasted that she is still high as a kite from the night before. And during this live stream, she confesses that she's all wheelchaired out, her words. And for those who are not aware, what she's talking about are wheelchair edibles, which are very high dose. One wheelchair edible has 1,000 milligrams of chemicals in it. So she says she's all wheelchaired out. She's sitting in front of the camera. She's barely able to talk because she's exhausted and because she's high. She orders a very, very, very big breakfast. And part of that breakfast is meringue pie. Goodness gracious, Foodie. Eating all that food at 6 o'clock in the morning. What in the world? But before we get into the live stream itself, let's go backwards a little bit. So this is a community post that Foodie put out regarding the letter, because a lot of people are calling her out on the letter, saying it's fake, and this is why we know it's fake. Here are all these things wrong with the letter to make it look to where it's not authentic. And Foodie responded to all the stuff going on, to all the channels pointing out all the different inconsistencies with the letter. So she says, so people want me to address my letter from the police being fake, from the accused, who is an alleged family member of someone who works at the same police department where the case was filed. And instead of believing me, lazy most time to do anything except take the time and forge a letter, right? LMAO, and we are also going to take the blind credibility of some internet rando hater and from Monty, who has nothing to profit off of making drama up for views. Nope, doesn't make sense, does it? LMAO, sorry, but no. I will not be addressing anything remotely idiotic unless farts and gravy pools anymore. See you tomorrow. So Foodie is trying to use her own lazy ways as a defense to this letter. She's claiming that she's too lazy, and because she's so lazy that she would never make up a letter, that she just wouldn't take the time. But here is my counterpoint to that, Foodie. You're someone, that's true, you've got lazy ways. You're too lazy to wash your clothes. You're too lazy to take a shower. You're too lazy to clean your house. But where you are not lazy, ma'am, you are not lazy when it comes to making up lies and covering up your lies. You will go to great lengths to cover up your lies. You will tell a lie and then you will tell more lies on top of it to keep the first lie protected. I do remember that time period where people were calling you out on the cola use and you kept saying, no, 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 I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then you did that live stream where you confessed that you had a $3,000 cola habit. So tell us again that you're too lazy to cover up your lies. I also remember another live stream you did where you went over to your mother's friend's house to try to throw everybody off the track that you were not spending time with Natter. And then that got exposed. I mean, I could just keep going. As I said, you will go to great lengths to cover up your lies. I mean, you're the same woman that for fast food, you drove across the border. You drove 6 hours to drive across the border. So anything that motivates you, you've got the time for, you've got the determination for, and you will put effort for it. So you care about natter and you care about lying, you will go to great lengths to cover up your lies and to keep them going. As far as your personal life, don't care about that. No effort put towards that. So, but when it comes to lying and when it comes to natter, you will do anything. But the people had a lot to say regarding your post. So let's just go ahead and get into it. Lola May says, addressing it by saying you won't address it just fans the flames and you know it. Like you are the drama, but then can't handle it when your same energy is turned back on you. In a nutshell, you guys want to know what I think? I think that Foodie just got caught in her lies. They got all the way exposed. So here's Foodie trying to throw shade at Monty. And all that Monty did was report on the things that other people said. And you guys saw the video that I did yesterday. That rando hater that she's talking about was someone that presented a lot of facts that just made a lot of sense. I mean, why would the Gatineau police send her a letter regarding a legal matter? That is a matter for the Crown, not for the police. So everything that person said in their post was on point versus Foodie and her letter. When you look at it, when you pick it apart, it just doesn't make sense. And it's pretty obvious she herself faked that letter for the sake of keeping up her lives. Laura Bidding Citizen says, sorry to break it to you, but you just addressed it. Continue acting like you aren't bothered when it's really obvious that you are. I love that for you. Yeah, she's bothered. She's bothered by the fact that she thought she was clever. And she thought by making a letter that would just make her lie official. And she could say, I told you so. But it completely backfired. Because once we got to look at that letter and we saw how fake and phony it looked, all of us over here were saying, wait a minute, this doesn't look right. And then more information just started coming forward. We're like, yeah, it's definitely fake. And she doesn't like that. The fact that she thinks she's more clever than what she is. You know, the public is proving you're not as smart as you think you are, Foodie. And you're a bad liar. You keep getting caught in your lies, but you just can't seem to stop lying. I don't know why you keep lying, Foodie. You're bad at it, but keep on with it and we'll keep exposing you. Jeanette Simone Silva Santos says, address it, don't address it, who cares? I think at this point people are waiting to see your aha moment or downfall. Call it what it is. You keep on rolling down that muddy hill, talking mad goodness gracious, my tongue. You keep on rolling down that muddy hill, talking mad, doggone it. I'll get this right, I promise. Talking mad negativity about others and keep avoiding your own truth. For you, I love this. Also, you think way too highly of who you are and what you mean to this online world. It ain't that deep, sis. You're just banking on tragedy. Even tragedy runs out of chaos at some point. But keep on keeping on. Scrape the barrel. Unleash the Kraken. Your downfall, Chantal, will be greater than your ego. As I've said in some of my reacts, Chantal brought every negative, triggering, hot button topic, every traumatic topic to her channel that she could. And then she reached a point where there was nothing left. She hit the ceiling, if you will. And there's nothing else that she can bring on. So the only thing that she can do is talk about Natter. But now people are at a point where they're so tired of hearing about Natter. They're so over him and they're so over the drama from him and her just partying with him and coming back on her channel and being a complete B to everybody. Nobody's really watching anymore. They're so tired of her. They're going to the reaction channels. People are coming to the reaction channels left and right because she's not giving the real content. She's not even trying. People have been begging her to do different things, and she absolutely refuses to, because in her head, she's still stuck back like to the time period of like a few years ago when she can come online and just do nothing and get the big bucks. Those days are over, Foodie. If you don't know that by now, I don't know when you're gonna know it. You said yourself that your check this month is half of what it usually is. That's not a big enough wake-up call for you? I mean, there you are getting a payday loan a week before payday, and you're someone that you make more than the average person. If you're making thousands of dollars a month and you're over there getting payday loans, this is not a good sign. I can only imagine how you're going to freak out next month, the other paycheck coming after this one, how much smaller it's going to be, and what's going to happen to you when you get it. You're going to have a conniption fit. Jericho D says Monty is not making up drama. He is reporting on what is already out there. Dee Dee writes better French than you write English, by the way. Love that for you. Yeah, everybody's saying that Dee Dee wrote the letter. It could be Dee Dee. It could be Chantal. But at the end of the day, everybody agrees to one thing. The letter is fake. It's phony. It's not real. Somebody somewhere made that for her if she didn't make it for herself. Situation type deal says, Chantal, you have to admit the letterhead looked really plain. It was simply the emblem of the Gatineau Police Department. There was no address and phone number. Also, the Crown Counsel would have been the likely one to inform you of charges being dropped. No offense, but given the admitted lies you told, the person with an alleged brother-in-law worked for the Gatineau Police has just as much credibility as you. And I believe the theory is that Dee Dee wrote the letter. I believe it too. I believe that Dee Dee wrote it for her. And, add all the facts together. Watch that video that I made. Foodie has a printer, and she was looking for the printer on the 29th of April, which is the exact day that the letter was made. Too much of a coincidence? I think so. I think the two are related. The Foodie was in a hurry to find this printer. Why would she be in a hurry to find a printer? Unless she had something to do that day that involved a printer. So she admitted in that video that she had a printer, so she had access to one. And official letters all in black and white, since when? And why would the police send you a letter that relates to a legal matter? That's out of their jurisdiction. So there's so many inconsistencies there. I mean, if you look at the letter in my video, just the paper alone looks fake. The paper in which the letter was printed alone doesn't look right. It's not stiff. It's not official looking. It looks like really cheap copy paper. And you said you had copy paper. So, I mean, there's so many things wrong with that letter, Foodie. So many things wrong with it. You're so lazy that you did not really research the thing that you were trying to fake. You just found an emblem online. You copy pasted it. You put it on a piece of paper, had some writing put on it, and you thought, oh, they're so stupid. They'll believe anything. Well, guess what? That backfired. We don't. Patsy Calls BS says it appears that if tried on a summary basis, the maximum prison sentence in Canada for forgery is 2 years, less 1 day. Sometimes symmetry can indeed be quite pleasing, don't you think, Chantal? So yeah, like her forging a legal document, that is a criminal offense. Will she go to jail for it? I don't know. I don't know if going to jail has to do with you forging a legal document and you're trying to use it for something. Chantal just showed it online to everybody. I don't know if that's criminal, but regularly forging a legal document is a criminal offense. The Colorful Gecko says, also, we know when Natty tells you to jump, you ask how high. You put his needs first. So yes, you're extremely lazy, but you edit his videos quickly. Of course you did this for him. Of course you did. This relates to Natter. The letter relates to Natter. That also relates to all the lies she's been telling about Natter. So, of course, when it comes to anything revolving around Natter, she'll do anything to protect him. She will do anything to keep the lies going. So, Foodie, we don't believe you're so lazy that it's no possibility you made this letter. You absolutely did. You absolutely created it. Idina B says, for a person that loves lying, you sure are bad at it. You will never address anything serious, though, because in your mind, you did nothing wrong. In my opinion, you never pressed charges. I theorize that you went to the station, parked, got some fast food, ate it, then returned to the car claiming you told the cops. Love that for you. Y'all, who said that first? Who's been saying it? Me. I've been saying it. There have been a few other channels that are saying it's been bunked, but what did I say to y'all? What did I say? What have I been saying? I said in many React videos that when Foodie went to the police station, what did we see her do? We saw her park beside a building, get out, disappear for a while, and come back. We never saw the front of the building. We never saw her talk to a police officer. It was also said that Natter got picked up, but we never saw him get picked up. We never saw him go in for questioning. So because of all these things that we cannot see and we did not know, it just felt fake to me. I've been saying this for a while. So this person just said the exact same thing that I've been saying all along. You know, she parked somewhere, she got out of the car, maybe waited a good hour or so and came back. I've been saying that for the longest. I have been. See? Hanako says you better hope that letter isn't a fake, which, let's be honest, it most likely is because it's a crime to forge letters from the police force. And apparently the police know about said letter, and you are now on their radar. So, love that for you. Next, Art Foodie Beauty behind the bars prison food mukbang. Yeah, there's whispers that the police force know about this letter. I don't know if it's going to mean any kind of trouble for Foodie, but this is a no-no, Foodie. I'm sure that they're kind of looking at you a little bit for that, at least. Inga Mez says, Chantal, it went to the Crown for their decision. No longer a police matter. The Crown would rely correspondence to you on their decision not to prosecute and a reason why. That's not taking anyone's word for it. That is just the system. It's how it works. No ifs, ands, or buts, and zero exceptions, not even for you. The police did their bit and passed it on to the courts. From your mouth, that story came. Yeah, so it's, why would the police handle legal matters? It's out of their hands. It's the Crown that does it. That's the legal part of Canada, the Crown. So why are the police going to send her a letter? I mean, Foodie's so stupid, she did not do her thorough research. She just wanted something nice and quick and hasty to shut everybody up and to make Natter happy. So she rolled out a copy letter on her little printer and she said, oh, look, here it is. I know. And even if, let's just play devil's advocate, even if that were a legal letter, let's just say, just to be devil's advocate, it was a legal letter. So that letter was received on August 29th. I'm sorry, not August. Doggone it. April 29th. That means she's been holding on to that letter for 2 weeks. That means she's been lying for 2 weeks, saying, I can't talk to him, blah, blah, blah. It still looks bad, Chantal. Even if it were legal, it still looks bad. It just proves how much of a liar you are. These last 2 weeks, you had a so-called letter and you never spoke on it. You never showed it to anybody. You never said this whole thing is over, it's been resolved, blah, blah, blah. So it looks bad either way. You're still a big old liar. You've been lying to people. And what is this that I hear that Natter raised $12,000 for his lawyer? If there was no case on the docket, if you never filed charges, What that means is that he milked people out of 12 grand for a lawyer that never existed. You're both scam artists. So he got what? Allegedly $12,000. And all this time that you've been on your channel, you've been scamming people for money, putting out this story that we're done and I filed charges, and all those super chats you got, all those views you got, all that money you got, you both were scamming people. You're both vile, disgusting people. Indy says, is ignoring everything the new, I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up. Love that for you. Yeah, she said that in Cuba. She said that. I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up. And she wasn't lying that night. She wasn't lying. That night in Cuba, we saw who she really was. Mask off, full view of Chantal, no filters. That was the real her. And all this stuff of her trying to bring a letter around to excuse everything away. Think about what she said in Cuba and what she's doing now. She's manipulating everybody. The last couple of streams she did, first she did the Taco Hell stream where she was cursing out the VIBs. And then the next stream after that, she was nice to people. Think about what she said in Cuba. I'm going to manipulate the F out of you and you're going to eat it up because I'm going to be sweet as pie. What do you think she's doing now? She was ragey and cranky, and then she comes on the next day being all positive. That's manipulation. That is her deflecting everybody's anger away to where they forget that they were mad. Rather than address why people are mad and apologize, let me just change my demeanor, and then everybody's going to forget why they were mad in the first place. She's done it multiple times in the past. MM says, your mask has fallen off, Toddler. People see you for what you really are, and it pisses you off that you can't control the narrative. Nope, she can't control it anymore. Her money is going down. In the newest live stream, I was listening to Monty, and he said that Chantal has said that when she gets online, her goal every day is to make $600 a day. That's why she does the multiple live streams. And I've said in the past, y'all, I've said that Foodie gets online and she does these long live streams on purpose because she's running up the meter to get more Google AdSense money, because the longer the video or the live stream, the more ads that Google can place on it, the more money you make from that if people watch it all the way through. I've been saying that. You know, it's not about her loving her audience and wanting as much time as possible with her audience. She logs on and she turns the camera on just to run up that meter. That's why her live streams are 1 hour, 2 hours, 4 hours. She's running up the meter. She'll sit there and do nothing, say nothing, get high, because the more she stalls, the more she stays on camera, the more ads that can be placed on the live stream when it's in replay, the more money she makes. She's all about getting that money. But you know what, Chantal? Those days of making $600 a day, those days are over. They are long over. You're not making that money like you used to. But that's why she logs on, y'all. Not because she loves her viewers, because she has to have their attention. She's looking for that money. She's got multiple people to support. She needs that money. Garth Grumpy says, we are also going to take the blind credibility of some internet rando hater and from Monty, who has nothing to profit off from making drama up for views. Says the person who lied multiple times about seeing Natter, dieting, taking cats to the vet, seeing a therapist, seeing a psychiatrist, cleaning her house, cleaning her car. Also, I don't believe a random person on the net, but you're known liar and faker for attention. I'd say let's ask Grams about the time he manipulated her, but God rest her soul. TLDR, if you can't prove it, it's a fake. Yeah, all those things that Dart just named, she's lied about. She's absolutely lied about. Chantal lies. We all know that. You know, this person who left the comment on Troll Detective's video, they were coming through with the facts. They were coming through with the straight facts. Are we going to believe Chantal over that person? I don't think so. Chantal lies. If she's talking, she's got her mouth open, she's lying. So everybody was giving her crap on her community post, and rightfully so. Let's move on to the actual live stream. It was really, really short, 23 minutes long. Y'all, in this live stream, it's obvious. She just got back home from seeing Natter. They partied all night. She's blasted out of her head on edibles. She basically stayed up long enough just to get something to eat, and then she's going to go crash because she's literally been up all night. You can hear it in her voice. You can see it in her eyes. You can see in her energy. She is wrecked, absolutely wrecked. She's been partying, and she is exhausted. Here, let me just play it for you.
Guys, be sure, Bubbles, you have a fan. I seen that, Jack, I think, briefly. Hi, Wandering Christina. Oh, Bubbles. Can you call me Easy Peasy? Oh my god, I look like a fuzzy Huey. I love it. Lindsay, hi. Mia Wallace, Pick Me Pondu. That crazy.
So here's the question that I have, Chantal. This is what I'm interested in. Did you drive home intoxicated? And were you intoxicated when you were behind the wheel? Or did you wait to come home and do the edibles before turning the camera on? If you've been up all night with Nadir doing cola or whatever else, that means there's a high chance you drove home intoxicated. And then you proceeded to do your edibles when you got home because, in my opinion, this is just my feeling, I think you were tweaking hard all night, doing something energetic. And to come down from that, you did the wheelchair edibles. Because in this live stream, y'all, she says, I'm all wheelchaired out. Wheelchairs are very high-powered edibles. A wheelchair edible is like 1,000 milligrams. So the logic, you know, why would you need one of those unless you've been doing something that's a high-powered stimulant all night? And to counteract that, you need something that'll bring you back down from the top of the hill. So she says she's all wheelchaired out and she's prepared to eat this really big meal that she just ordered. Imagine that. She says she's maintaining her weight, that she's on a weight loss journey, but at 6 o'clock in the morning, you're going to order a big breakfast with a meringue pie and then go straight to sleep. Also, another thing she reveals in this live stream, she reveals that she's 400 pounds. Isn't that something? So all this time she's been telling people, oh, I'm 340, I'm 350. And this live stream, she says that she's 400 pounds. So where'd that extra 60 pounds come in, Chantal? How did that happen? You've been maintaining your weight like at 340, 350. Now you're saying you're 400. I actually think you're lying about that. I think you're in the neighborhood of 450, 475 pounds, maybe even over 500 pounds. I mean, it's very obvious. Even though you use the face contour filters, we can see the weight gain over the rest of you. You've gained a lot of weight, Chantal, a lot, a lot. And the way you've been behaving, eating and binging the way that you have, no exercise, you're going to keep piling it on. And you're going to get to a point where you're bedbound.
Crazy chick? That we were clubbing? Yeah, well, that plan fell through. So, no.
So she went to go see Natter. She gave him a bunch of money because in the live stream she did yesterday, which I did not cover, the coffee bees one, she talked about getting money out of the ATM. She got money out the ATM. She went right back over there. More than likely, she got the money. They had a big blow up and he sent her home after he got through partying with her. That's a cycle that's been going on with Natter and Chantal for the longest, and she still hasn't caught on to the fact that, he'll always wait till he gets some money from Chantal before he has a fight with her and he sends her home, and she just puts up with it.
That's why I didn't go live. I didn't go clubbing. Hi, Jamie. I haven't been able to sleep, so.
Stop doing the snow and you might be able to.
My nose right. I ordered breakfast pieces here. I ordered breakfast for us, so I'm gonna eat breakfast. Why does one eye have more mascara? Hi, Mimi Link. And be there. Not getting married. Did you wake up early for breakfast? No. I'm gonna sleep I'm gonna sleep soon. And sleep streams, I'm gonna try to set them up soon too. I got a breakfast, like a huge friggin' tremendous breakfast. Crazy.
Yeah, so how does a huge breakfast work into you losing weight? Because one of the worst things you can do for maintaining or losing weight is to eat right before you go to sleep, especially a big, heavy meal. You know that, right, Chantal? That's one of the worst things you can do if you're trying to lose weight is to eat a big, heavy, carb-heavy, calorie-heavy meal right before you go to sleep. You eat a big, heavy meal, and then you go to sleep. You're not burning off the calories. What do you think your body's going to do with it? It's going to store it into fat.
Check, but my leg is improving. I drove for a couple of hours yesterday and went around the supermarket. No scooter required. Yay, that's awesome, Lindsay. The cat, yeah, she just. Sweetie, are you stealing the show? My nails, I don't know. I want to put nail polish and see how that turns out. Hey, Lulu. Oh, no.
No?
Uh,
Or would I have heard about it? I don't pay attention to that sort of thing.
So Pizza's up at 6 o'clock in the morning. What is he doing up at 6 a.m.? Probably because he just got home and he's wondering if she's okay. Or she got him up.
Balenciaga bees. I wouldn't buy those. But the shoes are meant to last a lifetime, apparently.
So she's talking about a pair of Balenciaga shoes. I just saw the shoes on Monty's stream that she's talking about. He pulled up a picture of them and I looked at those shoes and I'm like, WTF. They look like dumpster shoes. And these are very expensive shoes. I mean, they look burned. They look like their sneakers have been burned in a fire. They look torn up. And I'm like, these are the shoes that you want, Chantal? I've seen better shoes in a dumpster.
Which is a good commentary from the company on, I don't know what, trying to. Okay, that's not a direct quote. She didn't say, I swear.
Smart kid.
Yeah. Shut up, Pete.
Please.
Okay, so here we go again with the two of them just whispering back and forth and on mute. I hate this. I hate when they do the mute thing. What is so bad that you got to mute everything? What is she telling Pete? Oh, don't tell on me. Don't tell on me that I was with Natter and we were partying all night. Like, what's the point of doing this back and forth whisper thing? You couldn't do this off camera before you started the live stream?
I've been cleaning for like a year.
Yeah, as far as her cleaning, I think there's a reason why Chantal's been cleaning more than usual. I honestly think that she's preparing for Natter to stay there part-time or come visit her. And that's why her and Pete or her or somebody have been doing some of the deep cleaning, like getting all those bags of garbage off of the balcony that have been sitting there for months. Like she's been doing cleaning here and there because probably preparing for his visit.
Really? Lindsay, I don't know. Who's here? Oh. Oh, my head. Thanks, Jack.
Yes, I'm skipping through a lot of this because there's no sense in looking at it.
Would you ever do camping bees? Yes.
Sorry, what should I head for? Use the wall instead?
Shut up, kids.
Oh, they gave us orange juice. Where is my...
Isn't it funny how she went from acting like she had no energy, and as soon as she gets her food, she perks right up. What an actress she is.
Okay, I was supposed to.
2 things of bacon?
What?
Eating pie for breakfast, y'all. It's 6 in the morning. And she's ordering a heavy breakfast, and one of the things she orders is pie. And she's a diabetic. What? Just why, dude? Why? Everybody's different. But I know that when I eat something that's got caffeine in it or like a lot of sugar, that's fuel for your body. It makes you feel energetic. So how can this translate to a good night's sleep? It's going to keep you up.
It smells like... orange juice that I'm not even sure that I really want right now. Eggs.
So she's going to eat all that and go straight to bed. I couldn't. If I ate something like that, I'd be up for the rest of the day. My stomach would just be too full. I can't sleep on a full stomach like that, but Chantal can.
Hash browns and sausages, which are ham. Now, do you guys like your eggs over easy? My eggs are over easy right now.
I don't want to see
I
her
don't like
eat.
the light part. I don't know.
There's another interesting part that I want to show y'all. It's actually kind of funny.
Paneer? No, paneer. Look what I have in my purse.
So that's in her purse. That is in her purse. I'm sorry. I have a purse. You know what I keep in my purse? Makeup, keys, a wallet, maybe some loose change. She's running around with Vagisil in her purse. Why? Like, what in the world? And you know what? That's further proof that she's seeing Natter. Because why else would you carry an item like that around in your purse? Like, she doesn't like taking a shower. Shouldn't something like that belong in the shower? She's carrying that around in her purse because when she goes to see Natter, I'm sure he makes her wash her lady bits because they smell foul. But why would you carry something like that in your purse? Unless you don't want to be around someone or people and have them smell you. Oh,
Vagisil, Vagisil. The vegan Chantal?
I'm going to give my opinion about what I think is going on here. I think that she partied all night with Natter. She's wrecked. She just got home. She's exhausted. Like she's literally not slept. And after this live stream, she crashed. She's going to sleep all day and then be back over to see him tonight.
Oh, I'm tired. Teresa. Vegan shop.
Okay, enough with this nonsense. We don't need to see anymore. There's nothing going on here. She got home from partying. She's exhausted. She's hungry. She's wolfing down the food. What else is there to see? Next. Let's go down to the comments. So C. Michelle says the self-control not to laugh after saying you're on a weight loss journey is admirable. Chantal likes to delude herself into thinking she's losing weight, but I'm sure the scale says otherwise. She's not losing, she's gaining. Christina says, I've never seen someone wake up in the morning and order a huge breakfast like this, along with a huge piece of pie. Like going out for breakfast or brunch is one thing, but this, it doesn't take much effort to make some toast or eggs with a side of fruit. She is so careless with her money and health. It's insane. Well, yesterday, Chantal mentioned taking out a payday loan, and I'm sure she gave a bit to Natter. So she's got a little bit of money in pocket. So she thought, why not do takeout? You know, I've been partying all night with my man, and I just got home. I'm tired. I don't want to go through the process of cooking. But she didn't just wake up. She has been up all night partying with him. So she'd been partying all night. She drove home, and she ordered this great big meal before she crashes. Steve Filone says, it's clear there was a massive drug-fueled knockdown. Love that for you. Yeah, like she felt, oh, if I give him some chemicals, we'll be okay. No, obviously there was a fight. And he sent her home. V says, dang, was Koki's cooking yesterday so disgusting that you had to go home and binge a huge breakfast? Love that for you. Also, the fact that you said you're on a weight loss journey may be one of the funniest things I've heard you say. Weight loss journey where? Exactly where? She's gaining weight. She's not losing it. It's simple science. Calories in, calories out. If you are at a certain weight and you want to lose weight, you've got to decrease your portions. You've got to eat healthy food, and you've got to increase your activity level to burn off the fat that you already have. Chantal is not increasing her activity level. She's increasing the food. So weight loss where? I see a lot of weight gain. Lady D says, Pete is up too and hasn't slept. She probably was with Natter all night, hasn't slept, and just got home. If she was home, she would have been online. Precisely that. Look at the way she's dressed. Look at the way she's dressed. If Chantal had been home all night, she would be in her pajamas. But look at the way she's dressed. She literally just walked in the door. You know, she's dressed up sort of like she goes to see Natter. She's not going to wear that, what she's got on to bed. No. This is her walking in the door saying, I'm going to do my obligatory live stream for the day to make a little bit of money, and then I'm going to go to bed. Steve Filone says 5 foot, 400 pounds, and she's happy with my weight loss journey. Number one fan says, did she say that? And fan says, yep. So she went from 340, 350 pounds to 400. I think that she's getting closer to her real weight, but not close enough. I think she's 475, 500, if we're going to be honest. Let's see. Momo Threefold says, I had the surgery. It changed my life. You can still enjoy the foods you love, but in much smaller portions. And honestly, you don't miss the old foods. Life-changing all around. You know, Momo, I'm glad you had the surgery, and I'm glad that it's worked out for you. Congratulations for doing that and making your life better. But Chantal is someone that she would never be approved for weight loss surgery. She's got a multitude of health problems. And as I understand it, when you get the weight loss surgery, you have to prove to the doctors that you are on the journey to losing weight before they open you up. She's also got that raging out of control habit with food. And if you're a binge eater, they're not going to approve you for weight loss surgery, because once they give you the lap band or they staple your stomach is very, very small. So if she got the surgery, And if by some miracle she made it off the table, she would only be able to eat very, very small portions of food. And her mind would keep telling her to eat, eat, eat. And if she tried to eat like that, she would literally make herself vomit. So there she'd be trying to binge out. She'd be keep vomiting, and she'd be sitting there crying and frustrated because her mind is telling her to do one thing and her body is saying, no, we can't do that. LL says, you look wrecked from staying up all night. The cola must have been quality. Well, Chantal doesn't know anything about cola quality. She says she does. But I'm sure that a lot of snowing happened in Canada last night with those two. Toddy Strawberry says, her chat is such an echo chamber. Think it's only Elle left in there who's actually calls her out. Also, they are so lazy. Make some toast or have a bowl of cereal. All she does is order food. It's disgusting. That's all her streams are anymore. Is her turning on the camera, ordering food, eating, not saying anything, and then once she's done eating, she's out of there. You know, Chantal said she wants to make $600 a day. Well, this is why she's not making it. She's putting no effort into her content. She comes on camera just long enough to eat, and that's it. And she thinks that's perfectly acceptable for her audience. It's not. You've got to go beyond that, Chantal. People are not paying attention like they used to. 3R says, got to have a big breakfast so you can be full of energy to lie about DV and ride your abuser all day today. You'll never be taken seriously as a victim ever again. Love that for you. I don't think she was ever a victim of DV. I think it was all a lie. I think she lied about the essay. That's my opinion. And nobody's going to change my mind for me. I think she made all that stuff up for the sake of triggering her audience into giving her money. She literally profited off of the pain and suffering of other people who've actually gone through it, and they've got the bad memories and they've got the mental trauma to show for it. In also my opinion, I think what Chantal has done by bringing up the DV and SA, it's like walking up to people, scraping at their scars and turning the scars into dollar bills. And I'm sorry, I think that's, there's no word beyond vile that I could think of to describe it. Alyssa B says, you talk about not being able to put effort towards a letter because you're known for not putting effort towards anything. I would agree with you, but I remember the time you hit up old friends, went to go hang out with them just so your audience would figure out you're hanging out with him afterwards. And so they assume you went home. Not to mention and her comment gets cut off. Yeah, so she did. She lied about that. She tried to do a bait and switch and she got caught. Let's see. Next comment. Ah, here we go. Somebody caught her. Jordan Terry says, wait, did I hear that correctly? Chantal says it's past her bedtime, but she's ordering breakfast. I'm confused. Don't be confused. Don't be confused. She just lied on herself. Past her bedtime means she's not been asleep yet. That's why it's past her bedtime. And she's ordering breakfast because she hasn't been to sleep, but she wants to eat before she goes to sleep. Let's see, next comment. MK says, my theory is that Dee Dee gave him an ultimatum, all or nothing. None of this I'm single crap. He obviously didn't want to claim her, so Dee Dee kicked him out, and he called this girl. And like the desperate person she is, she's putting him up in that fancy schmotel. As I said, y'all, this is a waiting game. Let's wait and see what happens. Let's not all assume that Dee Dee kicked him out. If we see Natter do a cooking video in her kitchen, we'll know that he's still there. Everybody's assuming that because he's not been at Dee Dee's lately, that's what's going on. Maybe that's what they want us to think, so that everybody tunes into his channel and her channel. Let's be patient and see what happens before we jump to conclusions. I think this all might be a ruse. I don't think that Dee Dee kicked him out. I think that he's still very much living there, and he's just putting on this big show of staying at a motel just to get views for his channel. So when he finally goes back on, everybody tunes in. It's all a shell game, y'all. Chanel says, VIBs, if she ever says paper clips, your butts better sit back and watch the show like the rest of us. Don't ruin this. Do not call for help for her ever. She better not say paper clips. She better not say it. Bridget says, it literally took her 7 minutes to wolf down that breakfast, including the pie. Guess your long night with the picket fence boy was rough, huh, saucer eyes? You know what? Foodie missed her true calling. She could have made a lot of money in competitive eating, I swear. She could have done very well with that. She missed out on that opportunity. She would have gotten first prize every time. This woman is an eating machine. See, next comment. Uh-oh. Sharon says Pizza's comments about her ramming her head into the headboard means he probably had to listen to them bang all night high on cola. Prayers up for Pete. What? So Pete made that comment. So Natter might be there. He might have spent the night. I'm telling you, there's some secrets going on at the villa. And Pete, if you're smart, you'd figure out that you're on the losing end of the stick, bro. I don't like you. You're mean to the cats. You're a scumbag. But you don't understand what's going on here. Chantal has left you once for a guy. You don't think she'll do it again with Natter? She's more obsessed with Natter than she ever was with BB. You better think about that. You better think real hard when you're up in your room reading your comic books. Let's see. What is this super woke crap? Coffee Drinker says you need to stop with this whole toxic relationship thing. You don't live together. You don't have a life together. He's just an idiot creep that you have claimed as your own and won't set him free. You know good and well that if you stop supporting him, he wouldn't give you the time of day. He's a user. You just don't accept the truth. You don't know what it's like to live in a toxic, abusive relationship where there's no easy way out. Shame on you. All you have to do is stop running to him. I doubt you have ever experienced true sexual or domestic abuse of any kind. I have had knives held to my throat on a daily basis and have never had the loving crap beat out of me because he didn't think I prepared a nice enough dinner. I had no escape because he monitored my every move. He called the house phone every 30 minutes, and heaven help me if I didn't get to the phone by the second ring. Please, Chantal, tell me your terrifying abuse story. I don't want sympathy. I don't want you to see what you take from women that have lived through that true abuse. You're a fraud for clicks. I apologize for anybody that got triggered me reading that comment. I did not know there would be those details. But yeah, there's a lot of women that have actually gone through it. I don't think Chantal has. I think that was just a topic that she exploited to the fullest, and she's done it multiple times. So, Coffee, I'm sorry you went through it. My heart goes out to you, and I hope that you're healing. Let's see next. So those are just some of the comments in the video. I'm going to go ahead and end it here. Hope you guys have enjoyed this React video. And if you have, please like it, subscribe, and leave a comment. Thanks for watching, and please take care. Bye-bye.